I have 3 questions for you.
Okay.
And the number 1 question here I wanted to ask is, what do you think is the reason for Kenneth Okonkwo to leave Peter Obi and the Labour Party generally? What do you think?
Well, I cannot put my finger on them. Some people said that he is a transactional politician, that probably he has been given money. There has been some kind of inducement to make him do what he is doing or say what he is saying. But I know that the heart of man is desperately wicked and nobody can search it out. And also I know that a mind that has been illuminated by the light and the word of Christ, just as Kenneth had been claiming to be, can be changed for better. That was why when I was recommending him for the post of spokesperson for Peter Obi presidential campaign, many were skeptical and they were citing his antecedents. They asked me so many questions. Is it not the same man that betrayed Pastor Ezekiel by marrying and dumping his only daughter? And that man, Pastor Ezekiel, died a miserable man because of that singular attitude of Kenneth Okonkwo. Because probably some people said because they never allowed him to take over the pulpit or something else. I don't know. But he's a good friend. This is somebody I've known for over 30 years. And whenever I talk to him, he sounds to me like a genuine human being, somebody that is ready to do what is right. So I think I'm human too, and he is human too. Only God knows the reason why he did what he did.
In addition to what you just said, there is this is kind of like an added question. There's this rumors going on that Igbos don't help each other. And we see some of these things in Peter Obi's presidential election. We see most Igbos, some of the prominent ones, they didn't support Peter Obi. Do you think this is exactly what Kenneth Okonkwo is doing?
Well, in Igbo kind of life, I won't equate it to hating each other. Igbo does not and cannot hate each other. Because it is only an Igbo man that can take up a young boy from a very poor family, train him to become a billionaire, and even be proud of it. What love is more than that? But the issue here is in politics. Mother and son can play politics. It is not all about hatred. It is about game of interest. Politics is a game of interest. But most of the time, people go out of their way to overdo it. But in the case of if Igbos hate themselves or don't like helping each other, I don't agree with that.
Okay. This will lead me to question number 2.
Yeah.
In this very particular interview.
Yeah.
My question number 2 is that I understand you play a role in bringing him into the party. How do you feel about this action that Kenneth Okonkwo just taken right now? How do you feel?
I didn't just play a role. I practically brought him into Labour Party. Because I went to his office one day. I took a picture with him as a celebrity and I posted it on my Facebook page. And people were bombarding me. Many Igbos were like, what are you doing with this man? We don't know you to be a betrayer, but this man is a serial betrayer. What are you doing with him? I said, no. I know that he may have said something in the past that is not in order, but that does not make him a betrayer. And I went back to him. I said, Ken, you need to rebrand. You need to at least convince people that you are not an Igbo hater or Igbo betrayer. He said, is that true? I said, yes. I interviewed him and I posted my interview with him. Yet people were like, let's see now if this is true, if it's changing for good. Then later on, I advised him, I said, Ken, this obedient movement that is gathering momentum, is it not better you come in, since you are now talking of leaving Buhari? Because he used to be a Buharist. He was singing praises for Buhari for many years, and that is, I think, the last straw that made Igbos or Nigerians to hate him so much. So he now said, okay, let's see how it goes. That I think Peter Obi is doing well, and he will do well. And first of all, I took some of the party leaders from FCT to his office, and they gave him card. I have all the pictures and videos of that with me. Then from there, he now asked me to also arrange for him to meet with the national chairman of the party, Abure, Julius Abure, the one he is fighting now and saying that he can never be in any party with him. I don't know what transpired. I don't know what happened. So, and I did that. I brought him to the national headquarters of Labour Party, and he was fully accepted into the party. And since then, everybody has been like, whenever they need him to say anything in Labour Party, they will call me, call your friend. And since he made his latest move now, I've been receiving so many calls. People are telling me, look at your friend. Are you sure you didn't bring a mole into our party and all that? Yeah. And I felt so bad. That is even why I said I must say something to tell the world that Kenneth Okonkwo is on his own for insulting our insensibilities and telling us that Peter Obi had no capacity to take Nigerians to the promised land. Yes. That is I think that is the worst kind of statement I have had in recent times from a man of the caliber of Kenneth Okonkwo.
Thank you so much. I have one more last question for you, but it's not like a question. It's a kind of advice. So I wanted to ask you in person, what is your advice to him right now? What is your advice for Kenneth Okonkwo right now? When
I called him yesterday evening after I got so many calls telling me, look at what your friend is doing, I called him. I said, Ken, what exactly is going on? He started telling me, blah, 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 that he has a journey in politics, that he has a very big dream for Nigeria, and that Peter Obi is no longer fitting into that dream and all that. The only thing I told him is, Ken, if really you are genuinely interested in building Nigeria, I think that what you would have done is to live quietly and let Obi be. Not at this point. Not at this point. I've read you fighting Soyinka for saying this same thing you are saying now. So what happened? What changed? So if you are really serious and genuine in your statements, you wouldn't have done what you did, because you have just committed a political suicide. He said, no, that is that. So what I'm trying to tell him is this: if at all he is doing whatever he is doing out of concern for a new Nigeria, I wish him all the best. But if he had been induced one way or the other, like so many people have been saying, I want to let him know that unless he retraces his steps, he is going to regret it. Because when I saw the way people are seeing him last time, he has lost his relevance and everything, and I decided to bring him back and give him that much needed relevance. But he now kind of, from what people are saying, chooses to transact that relevance that little relevance he has gotten by promoting obedience and Peter Obi. He transacted it for monetary gain. Good luck to him. That's what I will tell him.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate you being in the studio today. Hope to see you next time.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.